Episode 9. Today on the show we're talking about the following. Children can now buy violent video games in California. LulzSec has disbanded. Some PSP Dual Pack deals. And Capcom doesn't care about used video game sales. That's all next. Stay tuned. Welcome to episode 9 of What's Gaming, and I would like to wish all of you a happy Canada Day! Canada! Canada! Oh, Canada! Woo-hoo! Woo! Woo! Canada! 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 Yeah! At midnight on Saturday, June 26, LulzSec, the notorious internet hacktivist group, has announced they are disbanding. They were doing their crazy antics for about 50 days, and the group will cease to exist now. But Anonymous has stated that they are taking over where LulzSec left off. Now, this whole thing is that whole hacking of all these internet sites and Amazon and Sony and all that. So LulzSec is done. Anonymous says they're taking over. It's over the top, to be honest. Like, you proved your point. Sony was not letting people hack their PS3s. A lot of people wanted to do it just like in fair hacking, in terms of like putting a different operating system on it or something like that. Not necessarily pirating games, but Sony completely locked everyone out and was battling hackers on this, and that's what started this, from what I understand. Now they're just going crazy and not doing over-the-top things just to the companies, but releasing passwords and user information, so they're not attacking just the companies but also all the users. And it's like, you're not doing us a favor. You think you are, but you're really just harming everyone, and it's stupid. It's like a Vancouver protest. I don't know. Just don't do it anymore. Stop. You've proved your point. The Supreme Court has rejected the California law banning sale or rental of violent video games to children. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. Yes, I believe that the government should not prohibit selling games to people in general. But I think that if a kid that's like 7 years old comes in and tries to buy an insanely violent video game, they should not be able to do so. Yes, leave it in the hands of the parents to decide this, but what if the kid stole the money from their parents and is playing this violent video game? Will that turn them into a violent person? We're not sure. There's a lot of people who can play violent video games and not be affected and not be like, oh, I can go do those crimes. But there's some people who are that way, who has grown up in an environment that has not taught them that certain things are wrong, certain things should not be done. And those kids should not be able to buy those games and say, okay, well that's okay, I can go kill a hooker. I think that certain video games should be prohibited from kids buying them, just like alcohol, marijuana, cigarettes, porn, even energy drinks should all be prohibited to a certain extent against kids buying them. Adults, feel free to buy these things all you want, but there should be laws in place where kids cannot just walk into a store and buy any of those items. This is a controversial topic, but to me it's about stopping kids from doing something they shouldn't be doing in the first place. What do you think? Comment. I want to hear your comments. As controversial as they are, whether you want kids to be able to do this or not, or what your opinion on the whole matter is, let me know. I want to hear it. For you PSP fans, Sony has released new PSP Dual Packs available for only $15. You get 2 games for $15. Yes, you can get these not only from retailers, but also in download form. The games are Secret Agent Clank and Daxter, Siphon Filter Logan Shadow and Killzone Liberation, Siphon Filter Dark Mirror, and SOCOM US Navy SEALs. 2 PSP games for the price of $15. Pretty good. Go get them now. What are you doing, Capcom? Capcom seems to be trying to kill used video game sales. How? It has been confirmed that Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D for the Nintendo 3DS is a game that once it is finished, cannot be reset. What does this mean? I finish the game, I can't reset it and play it over again from scratch. Which means, 1, if I resell it, it has no value because the person has to continue from where you left off, or the game's just dead, I don't really know. 2, I can't replay my game, like, from scratch. Maybe you can replay it with your current stats as is, and your current name for your character. I don't know how that works, but you cannot restart the game from scratch. I bought the game, I should be able to restart the game and play the game from scratch. I should also be allowed to resell the game and let someone play the game from scratch. Used games have a particular value because they're not new anymore, they're not as wanted anymore, and I'm sorry, older games do not have the same value as newer games. Just like older movies do not have the same value as newer movies. That's just normal. That's the way media works. Overall, this is bad press for Capcom. It's bad for the industry. And there's other ways to go about doing this without being douche-y. I honestly think that in the future, used video game sales will be a thing of the past. Everything will be digital, and you will only be able to get games via downloading them, buying them from a store like a card, and redeeming them online and downloading them through that way. You will not be getting used video games anymore. Do you think differently? Reply, comment, do whatever you have to do. Yell at your computer screen like I'm doing to you right now. I think I might need some Xanax. Either way, thank you for watching episode 9 of What's Gaming. Check out our site at whatsgaming.com and like the page. You must like it. I smell cheese.